Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? I'm sorry, my video just popped on. I hadn't started it yet. I was about to start it. That's why I came on like this. But anyway, it's no need of turning it off and starting it over. Greetings, everybody, my beautiful people at Cozy Cottage here. Queen Vonna, your host. How's everybody doing on this Sunday evening? It is after 7 p.m. And of course, you guys know I go to my church services on Sunday. Had 2 services today. And then in between services, overseer. Our pastor is in Charlotte, North Carolina, which I told y'all about in the past video that I had planned to go, but some things came up. They did a live YouTube on him. Well, not on him, but of our services, of him teaching. And at the, where was that? At some big hotel. But anyway, that services started about maybe after 1 or something. So by the time we took a break before our second service starting at 2:30, I was able to watch some of that until we came back for the evening service. And then about 4:45 I was headed home. So I pulled it up. So it was over, but they posted it on YouTube, so I was able to watch the services on YouTube, in which our general overseer, our pastor, taught. And of course, it was magnificent. And then when I got home, I don't know if they're gonna record or do Zoom or anything for the evening service over in Charlotte, but they did Zoom for the teachings in our headquarters. One of our elders taught there, and our elder Dan Thompson, and it was very good. I enjoyed the message from him. So, as I told you guys, all day Sunday is just about God. But I'm home chilling now. The services are over, but probably tomorrow I'll go back and pull some of them up, because we have so many recordings of all the services, even of our other ministers teaching all around the world. But I'll pull up a lot of the messages from my general overseer, Pastor Gino Jennings. And but it's the word is just part of me. It's in me, and I want to continue to get in me. And I enjoy it. I love it. I love serving God and striving to do even better and be perfect in His eyes. It's all about Him, not about myself, not about anybody else. It's about God. But I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope you're feeling fine. Hope you're keeping God in your life, as always. Like I always tell you, keep God in your life. And I just got on here today because, of course, tomorrow, I have off tomorrow. I'm so excited. So I'll probably do another video also tomorrow. I'm just feeling pretty good because this weekend, 3-day weekend, is much needed. I just love it when I have off the extra day, the extra Monday, able to rest up. And so I'm just kind of chilling, relaxing. I ate some. I came home and and I had some of that some batter left of the my vegan pancake mix, which I still have some left, which I'm gonna make tomorrow morning for breakfast. It's so good, guys. It's so good. But I ate what I did. I had a taste for it, so I ate one pancake, and I scrambled 2 eggs. So that was sort of like my dinner, but not really my dinner, because I went ahead and cooked rest of some turkey meat and I made some spaghetti with turkey meat. Just a little bit. I didn't do a whole big pot or nothing like that. Just a little bit. Just something to finish filling me up. So I ate that. Feel pretty good. Probably later on I'm going to have a little dessert. Some of my non-dairy ice cream. And just sit back and chill and watch some, maybe a good movie or something. Watch some television or watch. I love watching my HGTV and HGTV shows of the different TV shows of, you know, the decorating and all that. I love those shows because that's, you know, I love decorating and of course doing a whole lot of different stuff. So I might even pull those up. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. But first, I wanted to read you a couple more chapters of Little Woman. Because I'm really feeling this book because it's getting good. So I'm not going to hold you too long. So I'm just going to get right to it and read you 2 more chapters. And probably get on tomorrow and read you a couple more. Because I'm ready to finish this book. It's getting good. So, do you remember what chapter I left off on? You're right. Chapter 12, Amy's Hard Times. Amy was having hard times at Aunt March's, who meant to be kind, for the well-behaved little girl pleased her very much. Amy liked the Indian cabinet, full of queer drawers, like pigeonholes and secret places, storing all sorts of trinkets, some precious, some not, all old. I like the diamonds best, but I should choose this if I might, thought Amy, looking at a string of gold and ebony beads with a heavy cross. I wish I knew where all these pretty things would go when Aunt March dies, she told Esther, the maid. I think that the little turquoise ring will be given to you when you go, for Madame approves of you. For Madame approves of you. Esther set up a small prayer chapel for Amy, with a table, a footstool, and a picture of the Divine Mother. On the table she put her little testament and hymn book, kept a vase of the best flowers Laurie brought her, and came every day to sit alone, thinking good thoughts and praying for her sister. Oh, that was a quick chapter. Next chapter, chapter 13, Confidential. When Beth awoke, the first things she saw were the little rose in Mother's face. Then she slept again. Meg and Joe fed their mother while they listened to her whispered account of Father's health. Mr. Brooks promised to stay and nurse him the journey home, and Laurie waiting for her at the station. The house was still. Mrs. March would not leave Beth's side, but rested in the big chair. Laurie drove off to see Amy, and both the little girl and Aunt March were relieved and happy. Mrs. March also came to visit. Amy and her mother sat alone together in the chapel for a while. I like it very much, dear, said Marmee. It is an excellent plan to have some place where we can go to be quiet when we are upset. As Amy pointed to the picture, Mrs. March saw the ring on her hand and smiled. Amy said, Aunt gave me the ring today. I like to wear it, Mother. It is very pretty, but I think you're rather too young, Amy, said Mrs. March. That evening, Joe went to Beth's room. What is it, dear? Asked Mrs. March. Last summer, Meg left a pair of gloves over at the Lawrences, and only one was returned. We forgot about it till Teddy told me that Mr. Brooke had owned up that he liked Meg but didn't dare say so. She was so young and he's so poor. Do you think Meg cares for him? Asked Mrs. March. Oh, wow. An older man like this young woman. That's how it normally is. Mercy me. I don't know anything about love and such nonsense, cried Joe. My dear, don't get angry about it. John went with him at Mr. Lawrence's request and was so devoted to poor father that we couldn't help becoming fond of him. He was perfectly open and honorable about Meg, for he told us he loved her, but would earn a comfortable home before he asked her to marry him. That's chapter 13. You guys want me to read one more? Because chapter 12 was really short. So I'm going to do one more and close it out. This is chapter 14, Pleasant Meadows. Like the sunshine after a storm, the weeks that followed were peaceful and happy. Mr. March began to talk of returning early in the new year. Beth was soon able to lie on the study sofa all day and, in time, with dolls sewing. Meg learned how to cook, while Amy started giving away many of her treasures. As Christmas approached, Joe and Laurie came up with all sorts of impossible ideas to celebrate. Mr. March wrote that he should soon be home. Then Beth felt very well as Joe carried her to the window to see the surprise they had made. Out in the garden stood a stately snow maiden crowned with holly, carrying a basket of fruit and flowers in one hand, a great roll of music in the other, a blanket around her shoulders, and a Christmas carol that came from her lips on a pink paper streamer. The Jungfrau to Beth. God bless you, dear Queen Bess. May nothing you dismay, but health and peace and happiness be yours this Christmas day. How Beth laughed when she saw it. Now and then in this busy world, things do happen in a delightful storybook fashion, and what a comfort it is. Lloyd opened the door and popped his head in very quietly. He only said, "Here's another Christmas present for the March family." There, in the doorway, appeared a tall man, leaning on the arm of another tall man. For several minutes, everybody seemed to lose their wits, for the strangest things were done, and no one said a word. Mr. March was invisible behind 4 pairs of loving arms. Joe nearly fainted and had to be doctored by Laurie. Mr. Brooke kissed Meg entirely by mistake. And Amy, the dignified, tripped over a stool and hugged and cried over her father's boots. Mrs. March was the first to recover and held up her hand with a warning. "Hush, remember Beth." Never mind what happened just after that, for the full hearts overflowed, washing away the bitterness of the past and leaving only the sweetness of the present. There never was such a Christmas dinner as they had that day. The fat turkey was stuffed, browned, and decorated, and looked delicious. So did the plum pudding, which melted in one's mouth. Everything turned out well, which was a mercy. Mr. Lawrence and his grandson dined with them, and also Mr. Brooke. 2 easy chairs stood side by side at the head of the table, in which sat Beth and her father, feasting modestly on chicken and a little fruit. They drank to everyone's health, told stories, sang songs, reminisced, as the old folks say, and had a thoroughly good time. Old father came home. What a blessing. Their family had it rough in these past months, with the father being away sick, and then Beth becoming sick. So He's home now, so they're all feeling a lot better. But that was chapter 14. Next is chapter 15. March settles the question. So I'm going to end it there and probably read you a couple more tomorrow. It's good and good. So thank you for listening and tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, my beautiful, lovely ones, and my faithful ones that's hanging in there with me. I love doing this, but I thank you for listening in. I hope you're enjoying the story. We're not quite close to the end yet, but we're getting there, and I'm gonna keep you guys up on it to the end, being that I started it and it's a lot happening. So as always, guys, never give up. God can deliver you from anything. Continue to strive and serve Him and hold on to Him. Never let Him go, and just always have a mind to keep God first in your life and keep God in your life. I love you guys. You have a wonderful night.